fact, my aim here is to present how public diplomacy efforts, especially in stateless nations, as Catalonia, those public diplomacy efforts to be successful require some domestic strategies, some similar than the ones implemented in internal communication in the organizations. Okay, just normally we talk about public diplomacy. Some people think that the name has not been used in when we talk about the foreign action of non-central governments. And then they talk about public diplomacy. I think it's not important. What is important is that stateless nations as Catalonia, Scotland, and other nations without state, they don't have the state. They are not international actors, and border lines in the maps are thinner than the border lines of the states, and they need communication strategies for building the mental borders, for transmitting, for disseminating their identity in order to create an image abroad, a reputation, a recognition. I think that building materials in the minds for building mental borders in the minds of people abroad, reputation and its components are one of the main materials. For that, and Catalan government, in fact, from 1980, the Catalan government is a national one, a nationalist one, and it's a war about that, and that's why in 2010 it approved a foreign action plan, an ambitious foreign action plan with three main goals, and one of them is literally to implement a public diplomacy strategy to send out the image of Catalonia at the world. The foreign action plan established a singular conception of public diplomacy. Public diplomacy is defined as a set of initiative and action conducted by the government and civil society, which aims to inform and influence national and international public opinion in relation of the image of Catalonia that is intended to send out. What is peculiar, in my opinion, and what is important here is the second point, that is the role of civil society and the role of citizenship in building that image, that reputation abroad. That's why what Catalan public diplomacy needs to be successful, as I said, the role of Catalan civil society. But that's why, in a special context, as a Catalan one, in which public opinion in Catalonia, not all the citizens are nationalists. You can find people, Spanish nationalists. You can find Catalan nationalists. You can find separatists. Why not? But what is important that it in Catalonia and other as the same in the Basque Country. For example, there's a part of the citizenships that are non-nationalists and believes that the international relationship should be a matter of the Spanish government. No, so between the objectives of the Catalan public diplomacy, one of them is to convince part of the public opinion. Sorry, that one, the Spanish one, or the more Spanish nationalist one, or the non-Catalan nationalist one, that the Catalan government's foreign action is not a separatist action. It's not a separatist one, but is an action of communication, is an action of reputation, of creating reputation abroad. That's why you can read that sentence in the introduction of the foreign action plan, and that's why the Catalan government has implemented a lot of strategies and tactics based basically in Catalan and Spanish opinion leaders and media relationship, website communication to reach national and international visitors, community management, creation, participation and management of social networks, university relationships management, civil society relationships management, all that strategies. You can see here examples of what has been done during the last year and a half. 7 press conferences, 5 in Catalonia, Madrid, etc., etc. Once opinion pieces in journals, 3 radio news and 2 editorials, 3 house advertorials. They were designed in a one-page journal as a classical house organ, but addressed all to nationals, not to international audience, but national audience, etc., etc. We have introduced community managers in some social networks. We have created a social network for educating and discussing about foreign action plan, and I'm involved in the future creation of public diploma share, based surely in my university, for analyzing and for doing research on this topic. So, what does it mean? That's stateless. What is the conclusions or the reflections, perhaps, of my presentations? Stateless nation building require also a domestic strategy of public diplomacy. For Catalonia, domestic communication is to internal communication in organizations, because the objective, the goal, is to obtain the involvement, the collaboration, the participation, and the action for legitimating the national public diplomacy strategy. Without the civil society near you, it's impossible to be successful. It's a today limitation, yet the limitation of that study, that presentation, is we don't know what are the attitudes of non-Catalanist public opinion for the moment. It will be difficult to move from the Spanish nationalism to recognition of Catalan public diplomacy. But I think the work done till now is an important first step, and it's an example of the role of civil society, that is, the internal public of a country must be important for a public diplomacy strategy. Thank you very much.